nation's tailgating and the raring to go. Yeah, when Nealon gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show. And man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back, it's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud, send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back. Big orange is back. Got Rocky Top rocking all across the land, and we sing it with the pride of the Southland Band.
Welcome to Vols Deep, episode 7 is here. We had the volume turned up. We have Fairview Union song, Big Orange is Back. And Spanky ran outside, and he's chasing parked cars, so he called Spur in to replace him.
You know, it's good to be here, Luke. I'll fill Spanky's shoes just fine.
Yeah,
Spanky's scared. He just don't want to get beat this week.
Yeah, he's not used to getting beat because, I mean, he is an undefeated wrestler. But
You know, I'm coming after a little belt here in the duel here a little bit later.
Oh, no. I ain't losing.
You're going to have to make me a permanent host because I'm taking that belt and not letting it go.
I am the 35-day champion and about to be 42 days coming up.
I'm just proud you can count that high.
yeah, we'll have to get another microphone eventually.
I'd hate to beat both their asses.
Not going to happen. Dolph Ziggler.
We got a good show lined up for y'all. Big time week last week for the Tennessee Volunteers in the recruiting world. Landed 2 big time commitments and just a great recruiting weekend. You know, that followed that. We'll dive into that. We've got some all SEC preseason predictions to go over. Tennessee baseball season comes to an end last week. Great season, but there's some drama flowing around right now.
Is there ever?
Joe Milton put on a show at the Manning Passing Academy. We have an interview with Tennessee starting offensive guard Javonte Spraggins. We're going to rank the SEC's top helmets. Spanky would have loved this, but he's out there headbutting some windshields. We have start bench cut, the duel. We'll be right back. Thank you to our friends, Fairview Union, for the great music. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vol Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. Great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back, it's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud, send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back on track. Coach Hyper, where you at? Getting it done, having fun. Power team #1. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back.
Hey y'all, it's the Vol Daddy. We're doing a huge giveaway for the season opener in Nashville versus Virginia. A pair of tickets, 4 rows off the field. All you have to do is join up for the volunteer club. You should already be a member, but here's your chance to join and win some tickets at the same time. The higher membership you get, the more entries you're going to get to win the tickets. Refer a friend, I'll double your chances to win. We will do the giveaway live on our show. Remember, you have to use my link. Screenshot that QR code or get on my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever. Join today. Go Vols. And we're back. Next, we've got our weekend recap presented by Brandy McKinney at Allstate. We're still working on our graphic, still working on our commercial, but super thankful for her for sponsoring this segment. Great week this week if you're Josh Heupel. They land 4-star linebacker Jordan Burns. 4-star across the board except for 247, but it seems like there's always that one that has to be a little bit different. But big offers from Auburn, Arkansas, Florida, Michigan, Georgia Tech, the real USC, Vanderbilt, A&M, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Yeah, this dude's legit.
You get offers from those schools, yeah, he's legit.
Yeah, great commit. I mean, our linebacker depth is already super deep this year, but we're very, very young. But
we have 14 linebackers on our roster right now.
Yeah,
It's crazy, but some of those will be filling in other roles, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. You never, because they bring in some of them and they'll end up playing maybe a little running back or whatever. So but being 4 to 5 deep with 4 stars at linebacker is what is going to set this team apart. I mean, that's the gap, in my opinion, between us and like Alabama and Georgia. Is just player depth. They also land offensive lineman Max Anderson, another 4-star. He was a clean 4-star across the board from Texas. He's a top 10 interior offensive lineman in his class, 6'5", 300-pounder. Michigan State, Miami, Colorado, LSU, Oregon, Penn State, Alabama, Florida, Ohio State, Georgia, Baylor, Michigan, A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. His top 4 were Tennessee, Michigan, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Just another massive recruit for Josh Heupel's Volunteers.
Everybody wants to come to Tennessee at the moment, it seems like.
Tennessee's the place to be. Just keep it rolling.
This dude's elite. Literally, like, everybody wanted him. And you can't ever have too many offensive linemen.
Bring them on.
When you're getting somebody to commit over that caliber of teams, you're doing something right.
Yeah, man. It's critical, to have depth offensive line. And anytime you're beating out Georgia and Alabama, Ohio State, for recruits, that is huge.
It's the next step to becoming what Tennessee used to be once again. So we're right there and going to take that next step. We're going to get over the top.
You said it was huge. It's a big step. It's a big step forward in the right direction for the future.
Not quite a brick, but close to it.
yeah. We don't want no more bricks. So then we go into just a massive recruiting weekend for Tennessee. We picked up them two during the week. On campus, 5-star wide receiver Mike Matthews, 5-star edge rusher Elijah Rushing, 5-star edge Jordan Ross, 4-star athlete / commit Boo Carter. He kind of tweeted too, teasing Tennessee fans that something else big is about to happen. 4-star running back Peyton Lewis, who's also a Tennessee commit. And I didn't know this till yesterday. He's actually the fastest running back in the class. 4-star linebacker Tylen Singleton, 4-star safety DeMello Jones, 4-star offensive tackle Bennett Warren, 4-star offensive lineman William Satterwhite, 4-star Amari Jefferson, also a Tennessee commit. And I kind of heard that he's a really good baseball player, so maybe Tony V can get hyped to share a little bit, but
that'd be badass.
Yeah, Condridge or something like that.
Have our own Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that would be awesome. 4-star running back Braylon Russell, 4-star Terrell Anderson, 4-star defensive back Marcus Gore Jr. I'm gonna mess this up. 4-star safety. Hit him with it, Corbin. Do you know how to say that? I'm just gonna say Farouk.
Idris Farouk.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's the key. You got to say it super fast, and then nobody knows that you messed up.
Address.
Elam Aliava.
Yeah. And 4-star defensive lineman Quintavious Johnson, 4-star offensive lineman Ronan O'Connell, and 4-star offensive lineman Gage Ginger. What a group.
Back just a few years ago, we wouldn't see this many 4 or 5 stars in an entire season, and here they're here in one weekend. So Josh Heupel and the crew is certainly doing something right, and let's hope it just keeps on going.
Yeah, you hit it right in the head right there. Like what you said 4 or 5 years ago, you would never saw this, and people that still doubt us right now, like just keep doubting us because we're going to prove you damn wrong.
Yeah, yeah, and exactly what you all said. Just seeing the difference. So many classes we've had are just like 3-star heavy.
It's amazing what I'm looking at right here. It really is.
And it's fine. Heupel and his staff obviously are going to develop whatever talent they have, but it's so comforting just to see the elite athletes wanting to, interested in coming here.
We're at the point now where these 3-star athletes are going to be overlooked somewhat by Tennessee because we're getting the 4 and 5 stars. So
yeah,
it's fantastic.
It also helps out to show 4 and 5 stars. Hey, maybe I need to go to Tennessee because if they got that much elite talent going, I need to put myself for that elite class right there.
Yeah, as a recruit, if you see these big names committing there, you're kind of like, well,
Also
what do
helps
they got
where-
going on over there?
Also helps we're developing NFL talent as well.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to see all these big time players. I mean, just all over the place. It's just, Tennessee's always in their top 3, top 5, top 10. It's awesome and I think like we're getting there. I think around 2025 is when Tennessee does build that depth to be able to, match a Georgia, as far as personnel.
I believe. I mean, we've talked about that before. I believe it takes time, but it's worth it.
The time's now.
Yeah.
Let's get it now while we can get it.
Yeah. All right, let's move into Tennessee baseball in Omaha.
Oh, man.
Amazing run. It came to an end last week. Won't talk too much about it, but tough one to take. Wasn't as bad as last year.
It certainly was not. I was brokenhearted sitting outside the stadium there when Notre Dame, I guess you could say, upset us to go to the World Series. But, good run for Tony V in the base Vols. I truly believe it's Coach Vitello's best season in Rocky Top. He took a team that they lost 9 starters last year and took this brand new team all the way to the World Series. Now, yes, we had fantastic pitching and some clutch hitting, and just wasn't enough to get over the top. But baseballs will be right there again next year, I have a feeling.
I look at it like this. In college basketball, there's about 400 Division I schools. In college baseball, it's about the same, but there's like maybe 30 less, so it's about 370. We still, when we got eliminated, there's still just us 5 left. We made it to the final 5. That's impressive itself. Out of that many schools, that's damn impressive. That's something to be proud of, and I'm proud of you boys. I really am.
Absolutely. Baseball's going to be right up there with college basketball and college football. It's hard to win a national championship, and Tennessee was one of the top 6 teams right there left. They had a chance, and we'll have a chance again.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, they kind of I know expectations were like super, super high, but how the season was going, I mean, I think they overachieved, just kind of like midway point of the season, I was like, man, I don't know if we're going to.
Started like 5-10 in the SEC and then turned it around, and next thing you know, we're in the we got one and done in the SEC tournament, and everybody's thinking the sky's falling. They're like, just give it some time. The real tournament starts now, and then we made it through the region, and the super region was just awesome. It was just so much fun watching that long game against Clemson and overcoming the adversity, and then making it to the World Series and winning a game, and we just run into a buzzsaw in LSU and give them credit. They're the national champions for a reason.
I'd rather get beat. I've always said if we're going to get beat by them in the tournament, they better win a championship.
Yeah, I was pulling for LSU too, just because hell with Florida.
I almost said go Tigers once, but couldn't quite get myself there.
Oh, Tigers.
At least it wasn't Florida.
Tigers. Yeah, I mean, Tennessee baseball is elite. Like you said, we're there. I mean, we're just knocking on the door. We're right there in every sport. But Tony Vitello will be in Omaha again very soon.
For sure. We got spoiled last year with just how dominant we was.
Yeah.
And that kind of hurt us, too, because we didn't know what defeat was. This year we went in the tournament knowing what defeat was, but damn, we knew how to fight.
And Vitello's doing it with inadequate facilities. Whenever Lindsey Nelson finally becomes what we want it to be, and we have the facilities that some of these schools like LSU has for baseball, then we'll see what he can do with all the tools. It's going to be awesome.
I agree, 100%. I love Tony V, man. I mean, Omaha last 2 out of 3 seasons. I mean, let's be honest, probably 75% of people watching baseball right now didn't watch it before Tony Vitello. Tennessee baseball.
And I'm a big Braves fan. It's not a secret. I'll spoil a report for later, but it's crazy. Was college baseball always this popular, or is it just me that nationwide ratings are up? That series, the World Series, was awesome to watch on TV. The crowds were tremendous. So
You make a great point. Like, I've thought about that myself. Like, I've watched college baseball my whole life, and I can remember when you go to, like, Tennessee Vols and you be given a ticket to go inside. Or you go to, like, Tennessee Tech and they'd be like, it's a free admission. And you go on TV and watch a game and there'd be, like, 200 people sitting in the stands. Now, it's a regular season game before conference play starts, and it doesn't matter if it's Tennessee or another team. them stands are packed. And the TV ratings, like you said, the TV ratings are through the roof. People's loving college baseball.
They are. I remember back when I was in high school, my high school team went to a UT game. We paid $35 a ticket to get in. Got over there and they were giving tickets away, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. We got gypped, but it's all one of those things.
Yeah, I think like last year's team helped a lot too, as far as rating. Like flipping the birds and the bat flips, and I mean, it's got to be a little bit entertaining.
And plus, we're getting a lot more college baseball on TV, and I love it.
That helps a lot too.
I always thought it was weird. Like, it's such a dead point for ESPN throughout the year. Back like 10 years ago, I would want to watch college baseball so bad, but I'd have to go like to a FS South or Sports South to watch it, and ESPN would never broadcast it. And nowadays, ESPN's got it on all the time, and I love it.
I mean, it helps when ESPN's got 32 channels, but we're okay with that.
Jared Dickey announces that he's done at the University of Tennessee.
Go make his money.
Same. Yeah, I wish him the very best. Great player, great teammate, great family. Like I said, his grandma was my kindergarten teacher, neighbor, friend. So, yeah, go make your money.
.334 batting average. Impressive.
Yeah, man, just so consistent at the plate. We're going to miss him. We're going to miss that 17 in orange. Just a hitter, man.
He is a hitter, and, unfortunately, it's a fact of college sports. You're going to lose some players, and we'll reload to be back next year.
Oh, 100%. And then Chase Burns, a lot of rumors about the transfer portal, and then today it was confirmed by Tony Vitello that Chase Burns is in the transfer portal.
It seems to be like they've known about this for some time. To use Tony Vitello's words, straightforward. We knew it was coming. So, it's clear Burns wants to be a starter somewhere, and wish him the best of luck. He was awesome watching him down the stretch, but he got his ass smoked at Florida, and got pulled, put in the pen, and clearly he wants to be a starter somewhere.
And I mean, like last year he was amazing starting, but so it was. I mean, like you can't be mad at for getting pulled, because, in my opinion, like that helped his draft stock. Like showing he can do something else besides start. Bringing him in the way he did. I don't know if it's money or he was unhappy, but he sure didn't look unhappy, when he was out there.
It worries me if he goes to a school like rumor has it, TCU.
Yeah.
And he goes there and he starts there, and he goes, let's just say 8-10 on the season, and has a 4.5 ERA, and then his draft stock does go down. If he stays in the bullpen and is a legit closer like he can be, and he could have a real career in the pros.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a top 2-3 pitcher, in the College World Series. So
I'm not happy about it, but that's the name of the game nowadays. But, will it make or break Tennessee? Absolutely not.
I agree. Like July 9th, we got the draft. We'll see who all leaves. Anxious, but I mean, it's definitely not going to be as much as last year or anything like that. So, like you all have already said, Tony V, he's going to reload. He's an amazing recruiter, probably the best recruiter in the country. We'll see a lot of new faces next year.
He's fun to play for, man. It's got to be fun.
I mean, just watching him. I mean, I'd go try to run through a brick wall for him.
Absolutely.
I'd do anything for him.
Every time they put the camera on him on TV, every time when something bad happens, all you see is, "Fuck! What are you doing?"
He's a player's coach, man. I love it. That's what I like. Joe Milton showing off that arm. The Peyton passing academy.
Man.
Stole the show again. Went viral again. No surprise. He's really adding a little bit of pressure to expectations for himself.
Is anybody else paying attention to what we're paying attention to? Because, my goodness, he threw that ball nearly 80 yards easily.
Peyton looked like a little kid. He was so excited for Joe.
Yeah.
Like Peyton, Hall of Fame quarterback, arguably the best quarterback of all time, and he's like all giddy because of Joe Milton.
It's still like we had the best kept secret. It's
Chill bumps.
I got chill bumps. Look at that.
Yeah,
We've all seen the video now of him dropping back to about the 24-yard line and throwing it to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I would say he's got 85 yards in
Might
him.
have been slightly turned on.
Peyton said he texts Joe, like they just text and have conversations, and
Good friend to have.
oh yeah, says he pulls hard for him. And he also says he's going to have a great year this year. So he's talking about how he just flicks a football 40 yards like it's nothing. He was talking about him and his son, Peyton's son Marshall, having a little bit of a connection and playing and stuff together. So
One thing that's not mentioned enough is Joe Milton's character. It's clear that he's got a level head.
yeah,
I don't foresee any off-field issues with Joe Milton. He proved that last year, sitting beside Hidden Hooker and knew his role and played it very well. So I look forward to this season to just give him the reins and let's see what happens.
I do too.
And I said it before this in the past couple episodes, about maybe the first episode. Joe improves year by year. It's a proven fact. Year by year, you can see the improvement with him, and it's not just little improvement; it's a lot of improvement.
Yeah, if it wasn't for, like, let's say Hooker didn't get hurt, and like we didn't see him in the Orange Bowl, I wonder how like the optimism would change.
I don't know. But we did
Like,
see him in
'cause
the Orange Bowl.
helped a lot.
Certainly
yeah.
did.
Yeah, but obviously awesome to have Peyton just coming to games and practices and being in the facilities and all that cool stuff. We mentioned it last time too. Parker McKinney, local kid from Cofield, quarterback, holds like every passing record, at Eastern Kentucky. He was there too, so just want to give a shout out to him. His dad, Ted, sponsors a segment from D&M Fence Company.
We'll have to get up there and watch him play at least one game this year.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to get up there.
We're going to have little single-A kids from Morgan County, Cofield, get a look at the NFL, I have a feeling.
Does EKU have, like, overalls, you think? We could throw on, go up there and show them how
Like
to
red and white
tailgate?
overalls? Because I think
Yeah.
they'll wear maroon. I don't know if I can wear maroon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we get something made up somewhere. I may know somebody making some up.
We'll have to change.
Let's just get some Cofield overalls and do it that way.
We'll just make them out of blood, that Tennessee blood.
That'll work. We want to thank our sponsor, Brandy McKinney from Allstate, for sponsoring this segment. We'll be right back with our first main talking point. Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols. All right, and we're back with our first main talking point of the day, presented by Big Orange Concrete Pumping. Athlon Sports released their preseason All-SEC players for the Tennessee Volunteers. Athlon, they done a really good job last year too. I think they was like the only one to predict Tennessee going 10-2. So that was pretty.
Got it right.
Yeah, they got it right. Okay, so we'll start with Tyler Barron, defensive end.
Defense passes well.
He's a great edge rusher, Had a big junior year, coming back again this season. So look forward to big things. He played in 35 games, 8 starts. He's got 69 career tackles with 16.5 tackles for loss and 7.5 sacks. So we're going to need him on the edge this season coming up, to replace what we lost and look for big things.
Yeah, I like this pick. A lot of potential with Barron. He was a little bit banged up and stuff, but he's made a lot of big plays, for Tennessee, and kind of clutch moments. He can definitely earn all SEC honors if he puts it all together. Next, they've got Aaron Beasley, linebacker, on the list.
Later in tackles last year.
Yep.
64. Also played safety and running back in high school.
Yeah, he also had 9 tackles for loss and 9 quarterback hurries, and probably had a chance to go pro had he went out last year, but decided to come back for one more season. We're glad to have him.
I didn't know he played running back though until I looked it up.
But it seems like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of linebackers, either, vice versa. But he 100% deserves this. I mean,
Absolutely does.
in my opinion, he's I mean, I'm not that old, but he's the most improved Tennessee linebacker I've ever seen. I'll be honest, I was very, very critical of him, Josh Heupel's first year.
As we all were.
Yeah, he was rough. The absolute animal in the Orange Bowl. I think Aaron Beasley, top 3 linebacker in the SEC.
Without a doubt.
Next, they've got Brew McCoy, wide receiver.
And breakout season for Brew McCoy. You know, he's waited his turn. You know, transfer from USC and come here and you know, he had 667 yards last year and 4 touchdowns, but he had to do it behind 2 all-world wide receivers. So this year it's Brew's season. He's the number 1 wide receiver without a doubt, and he's going to shine.
Yeah, I love this. Brew was clutch last year, and he was banged up first year in the system. He's going to be, you know, that year 2 is always like the biggest jump, it seems like. So
Can't wait till about game 2 when people start asking on Facebook, why are they booing him?
yeah,
They're not booing, they're brewing. We're going to get a lot of brews this season.
he's dropping weight too. They said he's dropped like 15 pounds to be faster. So he's a huge wide receiver.
Absolutely.
He's a monster. Next, I've got D. Williams, defensive back, but I believe if I was guessing, this is more than likely for his kick return abilities. I think he's going to take a couple to the checkerboards this year.
Oh, he gets a rolling, and he's definitely going to do good things for Tonin. I'll say this. I think he's going to become such a dangerous threat whenever we know he's back there to atone. We're going to get excited. Everybody's going to be like, if he gets that open gap, he gets that run, he may be able to go the house. And everybody's going to just be on their feet for him.
And that 73-yard punt return he had against Vanderbilt was just, man, he was so
When he
quick.
faked the
Yes.
injury too, and everybody in the stadium was like, "Oh man," I don't even know what move that's called, but don't do it no more. Just kidding. Squirrel White, wide receiver.
If Squirrel White was 4 inches taller, we'd be talking about him as an NFL prospect immediately. But he's a deep threat. There's no doubt. There's nobody going to catch him once he gets behind you. So
He's explosive.
throw him the ball.
Yeah, anyone in the slot, I've said it a bunch, but anyone in the slot position in Josh Heupel's offense will be huge.
I think, going back to Boo McCoy, both of them going to be doing big things with Milton back there.
I 100% agree. And then, I mean,
And Squirrel had 9 catches for 108 yards against Clemson.
true fresh. Yeah, he lit it up. I mean, like, he was playing Hyatt's position. You know what I mean? So, like, it don't matter who. Like, you could put Spanky in the slot, and he's making some damn plays.
And so we haven't talked about much, but just the hands of our receivers this past season was incredible. We didn't have many drop passes.
No.
And that's something we couldn't say for years past. So the ball's in his hands. He's going to catch it.
I got great confidence in this duo right here.
I do. Yeah, I do too. I mean, we seen it just multiple times last year. Just Joe just launching it and just go get it, Squirrel.
Yeah.
And he's already developed a chemistry with Joe Milton. So
Yeah.
put them 2 together, and we're going to be just fine.
And then next, Jalen Wright, running back.
875 yards, 10 touchdowns last year.
Oh, he's definitely 100% good enough to be all SEC.
Already has 2 career 100-yard games, and just complements our passing game with the explosive run game.
Yeah, it's kind of a. I'm not complaining, but it is kind of a slap in my opinion, kind of a slap in the face to Jabari Small and Dylan Sampson a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what I think.
We got some. We got a question coming up in a minute. We're going to mention him, I think.
Keep feeding the competition though, in that running back room. I mean, I like it.
Someone has to be the number 1 running back.
Yeah. I think it may be hard for anybody, like any Tennessee running back, to get this award though, just because there's so many of them and such a rotation. I mean, it's going to be hard to get 1,000 yards just because of the rotation.
That's a good problem to have if you're Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I truly believe Tennessee would rather have 12 wins than a running back on the All-SEC team.
100% agree. Next, we've got Cooper Mays, the center.
He's the backbone of that offensive line. The center's the key, and Cooper Mays has proven already that he's going to be All-SEC, and hopefully the injury bug doesn't strike us this season, and Cooper can play a full season. if he does so, he's going to make some money next year.
I agree. I like it. I mean, I doubted him quite a bit. He's just because of how undersized and stuff he is, but he does a great job. No mistakes. I mean, obviously the quarterback is kind of the general or whatever, but I mean the center touches the ball first.
He's got the good genetics. His family background in football, so uses his hands well. And
we'll go to which players who aren't on the list you predict will be on the list. It should be right under.
I wrote some down.
So does it send you all like the highlights when I email it or no?
It does, but it don't print it off.
Really? That's
Yeah.
weird.
It done the same thing with me. Remember I told you I
Oh
sent
yeah,
I
that
sent-
last time. I wonder why.
I don't know. Remember I put them on my word pad, and then I printed them off my word pad.
You just highlighted them.
I highlighted myself from my word pad, and they still printed off just like this. And that was coming from my word pad, and just like a copy from the email, and put it on my word pad, and I highlighted what I needed to highlight, and then.
That's stupid.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So which players who aren't on this list do you predict will be All SEC by the end of 2023? Let's go with like 5.
Javonte Spraggins.
Okay.
I mean, how can you not start with Joe Milton?
Milton wasn't on the list, was he?
He's not.
What?
Joe.
I just realized that. I mean, we talked about him in every
Yeah.
category though, but
Yeah.
he really was not on that list.
I've got.
That is freaking
That's
crazy.
crazy. I've got Javonte as well. I've got Joe as well. Who's some other ones y'all got?
I like Deontay Thornton, our new wide receiver transfer in.
I've got Dante too. He's they said. I mean, he's just as fast as height, probably maybe a little faster. He's like 5 inches taller. He's a.
We mentioned him just a few minutes ago, but if something happens with Jalen Wright, we got Jabari Small right behind him. So
You took my next one. We got that 1-2 punch at running back.
I've got Ramel Keaton on here. I think Ramel Keaton.
That's a good one.
that's four wide receivers that we can put on the All ACC list.
Yeah, I mean it's an awesome problem to have. And my 5th one is Nico. The only reason I put Nico is if it's not Joe, give Nico the ball, baby. And I think whoever is Josh Heupel's quarterback is going to be putting up some massive numbers.
We'll know by Florida.
Yeah. So,
But I got full confidence in Joe right now.
I do
Joe or Nico will be All SEC.
I can't argue that any. I know you only wanted 5, but I added a couple more names. If legal issues don't rear their ugly head, Jalen McCullough should have a breakout year this year.
I agree with that.
I look for big things from him. And the transfer from BYU, I think it's Philly Keegan at linebacker.
Oh, Peely.
Yeah, Peely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Keenan Peely. Yeah, I think
We
he's-
talked about him a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he's gonna be elite. I think. I think he was like their leading tackler for a couple years.
He was.
2 or 3 time team captain.
We're certainly glad to have some depth there on our defensive line.
Yeah, we needed the debt. Yeah, we needed the experience too, just because we're so young. So if you could change 1 of 4 of these games this year, which one would it be and why?
We're all going to pick the same one. You know this, don't you?
The Tennessee versus Georgia football game, the Tennessee versus South Carolina football game, the Sweet 16 basketball game versus Florida Atlantic, or the College World Series versus LSU.
I think we all got the same one here, but
We're all going to have the same one. There's only one that stings really bad.
I think I'm different than you all.
Really. Let you go
So,
first, Dan.
I got an acknowledgeable.
I'm on the same mindset, but for me, whether you beat Georgia or whether you beat USC Junior, you're going to the playoffs. Like either one you beat, you're going. So for me, I would rather beat Georgia at their place. We just hit the number 1 ranking. Beating them in Athens would have been massive. So I get the South Carolina or Georgia, but I We just got to win one of them to make it to the playoffs. So give me Georgia over South Carolina.
You know, I took South Carolina loss. You know, if we had beaten Georgia, then we had to go to the SEC championship game against LSU, and you know, let's just say that the LSU goes all world on us and beats us, then we wouldn't be in the playoffs. I feel like if we'd beat South Carolina, we were for certain in the playoffs, and TCU would not have been, and who knows what would have happened at that point, because you get down to 4 teams, any of those 4 teams could win a national championship, and golly, what could have been?
Oh yeah,
right there.
Josh Heupel year 2 to the college football playoffs would have been insane.
I would have spent a lot more money because it would have been a long trip to Arizona or California.
It should have happened.
I was prepared.
I got South Carolina. I mean, I've thought about this game about every damn day, and I'm not even kidding when I say that, because it's amazing to think, like, if we had to just beat South Carolina, who USC upstate, South Carolina upstate, better than their damn ass at halftime. Just what we could have been, like SEC championship, college football playoff, and that whole day in general. That was a crazy day in college football. I remember being down there at the game, just tailgating, and just being around the TV for most of the day tailgating, just because there was so many upsets going on. Everybody was losing, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
all these
teams,
teams,
the top 5s, they was really struck. You know, every game was close or something. And
South Carolina was the best team in the country for 2 weeks. Just so happened to be we played them one of those 2 weeks. It really was.
I've actually went back and watched that game twice too, and man, like, you know, like the 50-50 balls. I mean, they caught like 9 out of 10 of them. You know, just the balls that, I mean, Rattler, he was on, man. But yeah, I don't think there's a bad choice, either one, Georgia or South Carolina. But God, I just want to beat Georgia so bad.
Of course, we always talk about football more than anything else in this show, because you know it's who we are. But let's just talk about that Sweet 16 game against FAU, because man, we were so close to having that Elite Eight.
It's always a team. Like, if we would have got like UConn, I mean, they won it right that year.
Yeah.
So give us the best team, we'd have beat them. Like, you know, we'll beat Texas or North
Destroy
Carolina
Gonzaga in the preseason.
Gonzaga. But you give us FAU Duke. Or Roan State, then here comes the upset. You know, like. But
let's be honest, FAU went on a crazy run.
They did. They was hot, but Tennessee just gets that bad luck, man. They just,
I give them props, so I give FAU props. I mean, I made a bet about 10 years ago that a mid-major team would win the college basketball national championship within the next 10 years. And I was wrong this year, but I've had a lot of years where I've come close with Butler, Gonzaga, Florida Atlantic going to the Final Four. Like, who would ever thought Florida Atlantic would go to the Final Four?
National championship game.
They went to the championship game.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's man, that's just the Tennessee way sometimes.
Something they'll always be able to say. Florida Atlantic played for the national championship.
Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll be right back after a word from our great sponsors. Thank you, Taylor Jones with Big Orange Concrete Pumping. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367. All right, and we are back. Next, we've got Start Bench Cut, presented by Maxed Out Gym.
I need to hit Maxed Out Gym.
We need to get with Ryan. We need to do a live show.
You think Ryan would do a transformation with my body? You know,
I guarantee
go from
you.
this to this.
He needs to put me in both of the damn ringer over here. Like, I'll stand up and not even a dad, and I got a dad bod going on. I'll tell you that.
Good, yeah, that'd be some good transition. We need to get Spank fired up.
Spank?
Yeah.
We'll see how much Spank can lose and we can gain. at the
Yeah.
same time. It'd be fun.
Spank can be our poster boy for this. So let's go question number 1. Who will be the best wide receiver in the NFL this season? Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, or Tyreek Hill?
We'll start Justin Jefferson. He was right there at the top last year. He's with the Vikings. I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in the NFL this season. Going to bench Devontae Adams. He's got Garoppolo there at Las Vegas. We'll see what can happen. And cut Tyreek Hill. I think Tyreek Hill's one hell of a wide receiver, but I think he's got a little bit of trouble going on right now and a little bit off-field distractions. So he will be my cut.
Shit, for this should.
Just hitting the duel. I'm taking
We
that
should
belt
put
later.
we should put this in the duel. Start Tyreek Hill. I mean, hell forward. Look
Is he
who
even
they.
going to play?
He'll play. Trust me, he'll play. He will play. I don't care what's going on outside, but he will play. And he's got the best damn quarterback in the NFL. Now, bench Devontae Adams. Because, Kirk Cousins, he's in a contract year, and Minnesota is always one of those up and down teams. You don't know what the hell they're going to do. And then cut Justin Jefferson.
Good, because we're in our fantasy league together. I'm taking Justin Jefferson in my second-round pick.
Freaking, I about called him Oakland. Freaking Las Vegas Raiders. Trash.
Yeah, I hate the Raiders.
Trash. They try so hard.
Ex-wife reference.
Try so hard.
I'm going to start Devontae Adams. I like him, man. Obviously, quarterback's going to matter, how that play is. But I'm going to bench Tyreek Hill.
Oh, wow.
The speed's insane. I'm going to cut your boy Justin Jefferson.
Good. That means I can get Justin Jefferson in the second round of our fantasy league.
I had him last year.
I had him too.
We're going to have to get a good fantasy going.
Oh, we get that fantasy going. I'm beating everybody's
Let's
ass
do a
here.
Vols deep fantasy.
Vols
Deep
and
Fantasy.
we can let whoever,
Whoever wins come on the
Yeah.
show.
yeah,
If
that'd
it's
be
not one
cool.
of the three of us.
Yeah, we're going to let some people viewing in here.
It's clearly not going to be
Yeah.
Spank, so he wouldn't show up anyway.
Yeah, he's still out there. He's fired up. Fairview Union's got him rock hard.
He's on lap number 2 around the damn building right now. I had taken some water a second ago.
Who wins the 2023 World Series? The Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Dodgers, Houston Astros.
Same time. Start the Braves.
Start the Braves.
Bench the Astros.
Yep.
Cut those damn Dodgers.
Yep.
They're in third place in their own division.
The Braves have the second best record in MLB right now. Tampa Bay.
I've got the exact same order. I'm starting Atlanta. I'm benching the Astros. They're really good come crunch time. Astros.
They're also in third place in their division right now.
and I'm cutting the Dodgers.
The Braves are red hot. They're 18-4 in June. I was in Cincinnati this past weekend for the series, and I think you talk about a fun series to watch in person. Reds were hot. They'd won 11 in a row coming into the series. They take game one in dramatic fashion, 11-10, but then Atlanta comes back the next two nights, and all three games decided by one run. But the Braves have 6 starting pitchers. Nobody else could say that right now.
The Braves they're phenomenal fucking team.
Look at their lineup. Their top 9. All 9 could be all stars.
I will say this: somebody out there on TV, somebody put Bally Sports South back on television. I have to subscribe to 2 different TV subscriptions, YouTube TV, and then me and a buddy goes in half on Fubo TV, just because there's 2 people that carries the Braves, Fubo and Direct.
That is annoying.
It's crazy. I can't watch the Braves when I want to watch them. Coming to Corbin's house to watch the Braves. Win my belt.
Shit.
Which Tennessee men's basketball coach is the best? Ray Mears, Bruce Pearl, or Rick Barnes?
Well, he stuck it to us on this one.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
I actually thought about this one for a
I-
hot minute.
I was,
long
like,
time,
I was
too.
googling like crazy, just stats and stuff.
all time, you can't deny Ray Mears. But I'm going to start Bruce Pearl.
Oh, wow. All right.
Start Bruce Pearl, and I guess it's my generation. You know, Bruce Pearl changed Tennessee basketball. We went from being nothing to something. I'm going to bench Ray Mears and cut good old regular season Rick Barnes.
I gotta start Bruce Pearl just because. I
ain't mad.
I mean, Bruce was phenomenal, and he's still phenomenal today at Auburn. And if he was still with us, just think of what he could have done the whole time. You know, the years he's not been here. Bench Rick Barnes. I love Rick Barnes.
We all love Rick Barnes. How can you not?
Ray Mears, I'm going to cut him just because I didn't grow up watching him. It's that kind of factor for me.
I'm starting Ray Mears, just 278 and 112 all time, like 15, 16 years, I think, of coaching. That's just like, I don't know, just history, I guess. And I'm going to bench Bruce Pearl. He brought Tennessee basketball back, and for me as a kid and stuff, I was super into it, painting up in the student section, all that stuff. And I love Rick Barnes, but to me these guys, and they're pretty even, I feel like, but just the fact that Bruce Pearl brought it back is why I'm gonna have to cut Rick Barnes. Barnes is a better person.
Well, no doubt.
better morals and all that stuff. But yeah, just I give Pearl the edge for bringing it back.
I almost put Bruce and Rick like dead even with each other. I mean, head to head, honestly, from the recruits and what they do year by year, it's dead even.
Yeah. Start bitch cut. Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour.
It hit me in the heart again. Corbin, you want to go first on this one?
Well, yeah, you got to start Nike. They got the best looking shit they are. Don't matter. I'll tell you one thing. Adidas, you're damn cut.
Yep.
I used to love Adidas in high school.
Y'all do.
Just because everybody else wore, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna be different. I'd always wear Adidas stuff.
And what is on every single UT uniform right now?
I know.
Nike. So you're starting Nike, you bench Under Armour, you cut Adidas. Just cut them all together. And
I feel like if I wear Under Armour, though, I feel like I'm like a big old fancy person walking around, you know.
Under Armour's hit or miss for me. Like, some of their shoes are like awful, and then some of them are awesome.
Yep.
I was talking about like jackets and
sweatshirts.
sweatshirts.
I've got some Under Armour polos, and yeah, I like them a lot.
And does Adidas even make shoes anymore? I mean,
They do, but
They do. I'll buy Adidas shoes just like we'd eat grass in or something like that.
damn. Yeah, same order. I'm starting Nike and benching Under Armour, and I'm cutting Adidas. But
you know what makes me mad about
I
Nike?
was on the Adidas train until they started doing the jerseys like that, the stretchy like. That's like a 3X jersey or something. It's like, man, you just like, it looks cool for receivers, but I mean they ain't doing them linemen no favors.
I really wish Nike would make golf balls again. It's getting harder and harder to find them.
Nike don't make golf balls.
They do
anymore?
not, and they're my favorite.
I did not know that. I'm not like a big golf person. I mean, I'll go putt golfing and chug a beer
I have
with
to
you.
get those.
I've never been beat at putt ever. Just letting y'all know.
I'll beat your damn
Ah.
ass.
You know, there's a brand new putt place coming to Oak Ridge. We're gonna have to go.
Is there? We'll have to go.
Maybe do a live show there. You know, they want some publicity.
Yeah, we'll have to go
Get on the
we'll
Vols
have to go
Deep
get-
podcast there.
Yeah, we'll have to go get a sponsor. From
Oh,
them.
Top Golf, you ever been there?
I've been there once.
Top
I'm
Golf is
awful.
That's fun though.
It's fun, but I'm awful. I think I try to hit it too hard.
Golfing's like a drinking game though, ain't it? Don't you like drink as many beers as you can,
Too
hit some golf
serious.
balls?
Yeah, it's
I'm
way
too serious to drink.
I got a hold of a few of them, but I was slicing them.
Speaking of drinking, ladies and gentlemen, me and Luke went to NASCAR this past weekend, and I put down how many beers I drank in one day, Luke?
A lot.
How many? What was the number?
A lot. I wasn't counting, but
It was
a lot.
30. Remember? It was 30.
I believe you.
30 beers. You talk about me waking up. I woke the next morning still drunk.
Yeah, I went and used. I was nowhere near as bad as he was, but
No, Luke was good in shape. He just like steadily drunk throughout the day, and I was like, I'm at a NASCAR race. I got to drink a beer every 5 minutes.
I went in there to use the bathroom, and all I heard was, and I was like, it felt like it went on for 5 minutes. I didn't know it was him, but I was like, holy shit.
I was in Cincinnati for the baseball games. How was
I
the
still
crowd in
kept
Nashville?
drinking though.
It wasn't bad at all. It was. I think it was more crowded for the truck race than it was the
Xfinity.
Saturday race.
Well, hell, it was so hot Saturday, 92
yeah,
degrees.
yeah.
It sold out on Sunday, but
Yeah, it was hot.
it was hot Saturday.
So this one come. Y'all are probably thinking this is a weird question, but this one actually come from
Cracker
a
Barrel.
watcher on YouTube. They was pretty upset about our French toast, pancake, or waffle because they said that's awful for you, bad food. So we need to be talking about eggs. So I was like, all right, we got you. So what is the best way to cook an egg? Over easy, scrambled, or an omelet?
I feel like you brought this up because of me ordering Cracker Barrel the other day.
No.
I'm sitting there Saturday morning, and she asked me what do I want, and I'm like, I need 2 fried eggs and some bacon because I was
I'm pretty sure your answer
and a bloody
I'm
Mary
pretty sure
and a
your
Bloody
answer was
Mary.
bring me a Bloody Mary.
Bring me a Bloody
Hell,
Mary.
Only Corbin goes
Early
to
in
Cracker
the
Barrel to
morning,
get a Bloody
yeah.
Mary in the morning.
Well, she looked at me for like, what, 10, 15 seconds, like, well, what kind of egg do you want? I was like, scrambled. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, and you looked at me and you was like, he wants like over easy. And I was like, whatever he said, buy me a Bloody Mary, though.
I used to do that too. I'd be like, I don't know, just make the yolk come out of it.
Hell, I'm starting a scrambled egg with cheese.
Oh, okay.
I'm benching the omelet because you can put cheese in the omelet or whatever else you want, and I cut the over easy.
Corbin?
Well, you got to start scrambled egg on a sandwich, light bread, salt and pepper with cheese
What kind of vegetables? 'Cause I know you're throwing vegetables on there.
and a tomato.
Tomato. I know there's had to be something.
There's always got to be a tomato on there.
Mater.
I love all eggs.
There's 2.
Throw
There's
some
no
ha-
wrong answer.
And if you go to Sonic, you throw some jalapenos on there, some bacon. You throw it all on there. Just make it a BLT.
We could get to a big long conversation
egg.
about this.
About the eggs.
Have you ever watched
Who you-
Gordon Ramsay scramble an egg?
I'm not.
Does it in a
I
pot?
have.
And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Just put in a damn skillet and fry it and scramble it up. You're good.
He gets into his food. I'm just telling you.
He's wild. What are you benching?
Scrambled. Not scrambled. Over easy.
You're cutting the omelet. You can put all kinds of vegetables in that damn omelet.
You know how many omelets I've had in my life?
I don't know.
Like a handful.
That's a lot.
I'm starting the omelet just because you can put anything in that. You put any kind of meat. I ain't a big veggie guy.
It ain't got no light bread with salt and pepper on it though.
You can put an almond on a sandwich.
Put an
though.
omelet on a sandwich.
That's too much. That's too much damn work.
It'd probably be easier, honestly, because
It really
it's all
is.
stuck together. Anyway, and then I am benching over easy because there's nothing like just popping that yolk out and putting on a biscuit or something. And then I'm going to cut scrambled. I love all eggs. Give me damn deviled eggs, boiled eggs, sunny side.
What the hell's wrong with you?
This is the longest conversation about
deviled
eggs on
eggs.
a sports show ever.
Give me raw eggs. Just give me the egg whites in the damn little container. Just give me all the eggs. I love them. That went way longer than I thought it was going to.
Dadgum.
All right, that was our Start Bench Cut segment presented by Maxed Out Gym. Thank you to Ryan Carson for sponsoring that segment. We'll be back with our second main talking point of the day. Maxed Out Gym is hands down the best gym in East Tennessee. Located in Oak Ridge, locally owned and operated by Ryan Carson. Listen, this gym is not your normal big chain gym. 24/7 access, child care, nutrition plans, private training rooms, and their personal trainers are truly first class. We're not talking about John Doe across the street who spent a few hours taking an online course and then printed his certificate. They offer the best classes in the area and even host big-time powerlifting competitions. For my power lifters, you have to experience the back room. There's no words to describe it, you just have to experience it. That's Maxed Out Gym. If you're having second thoughts about changing gyms, canceling that membership, going through the hassle, I know you've seen the picture of me and Coach Heupel together when I got to show him his face on my leg. Have you seen the thunder thighs on the Vol Daddy? You don't get thighs like that by not going to Maxed Out Gym. It's time to throw away the Gold membership, throw away the Planet Fitness membership, throw away the National Fitness membership, and it's time to join Maxed Out Gym. Check them out on Facebook right now. Got our second main talking point of the day, presented by Trident Hydro Clean. This segment, we're going to rank the SEC's helmets from last to first. No alternates, just the original, the traditional helmets. Number 14, who you got, Spur?
Alabama. It's just a plain crimson helmet with a number on it.
Give it to him, Spur. I love it.
Vanderbilt.
They
got the stupid anchor in the back. Like, what in the hell are you doing? You're in the middle of Tennessee. You're the Commodores. I don't even know what a damn Commodore is anyway, but it don't matter. You got that stupid anchor in the back, and it drives me insane. Anchor down, anchor down. Yeah, you bought that out one time. You got a penalty at the beginning of every damn drive because of it. What was it, drive, or was it like first down? Like they had to start second down. Like, it was so stupid. They made a rule in the middle of the game, like Vanderbilt's got to start second down because they're not allowed to wear this damn logo on the helmet because they knew it was just that damn stupid.
At least they have something on their helmet. Alabama has nothing.
14, I've got Arkansas.
Damn, we're all over the place. I'll just tell you
it's
right
gonna be
now.
wild, I think.
Yeah. We're
It's
not
just
going to agree on any of this.
damn pig on a helmet. I like I like Arkansas, but I pull for them like 75% of the time in the West. But I just hate their helmets. 13, who you got?
Texas A&M.
Okay.
It's the same color as Alabama. They stole our power till you put an A&M beside it.
I got South Carolina. They got that stupid, what is it, a Gamecock? Lord have mercy. They are a bunch of cocky motherfuckers, so you can put a bleep in there for me saying that. I don't care. It's just I do not like it.
I like it because I can't wait to post them bloopers. 13, I've got Missouri. I like the black and gold, but not Missouri's. Little tiger on the side of it. A little more effort, I think.
We got Mississippi State. It's just kind of playing to
12?
me of a big M. No, 12.
Okay.
Yeah, 12. I got Mississippi State. Just a big M with Miss State on it. Not even completely spelled out. Miss ST. And, you missed something.
Who you got at 12?
I got LSU. I like the
Oh, they'll be mad over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're watching.
Corbin's talking of his heart a little bit.
I like the colors. It's just that I don't like the little tiger. I like the little bitty tiger. You can barely
It
see.
is little.
Yeah, on the traditional ones.
And then the LSU letters just look like, when you sit down and you look at it really hard, it just looks like something just thrown together.
I've got Kentucky at number 12. I think I don't mind the blue and white. They need to go back to that old school Wildcat, like hugging the UK. Mm-hmm. That would be slick. But
I hated that logo.
Really?
I hate that logo so much. I don't know why. It reminds me of like a cheetah, jaguar or something.
I can't stand Kentucky.
Wampus cat. I don't know.
Yeah, they're calling their K the Power K.
They want to be us so
They
bad.
do. The checkerboards, yeah. It's all right. Number 11, who you got?
Kentucky, what we were just talking about.
That's the closest we've been so far.
Yeah. And just like you, though, I do like the old school Wildcat that's clawing the UK, depending on the wallet where I work at. We got all the SEC schools playing around my gymnasium. And the Kentucky logo looks really cool, but not on their helmet because it's just got a U and a K.
Got Ole Miss.
Ole Miss at 12.
I don't like it. I don't care if it's powder blue, white, blue, regular blue, red. That don't matter to me. I don't like any of them. It's just Ole Miss. Standard, cursive. Don't like it.
So number 11, I've got Georgia. Nothing special, just the same G that everybody else uses. The Packers, hell, University of Grambling uses the exact same G.
Old Grambling State University.
Yeah, give me the pups at 11. All right, number 10.
The pups.
I took Auburn at number 10. It's just kind of middle of the road. AU, and it's the periodic symbol for gold, but just kind of a plain helmet for me.
I got Florida.
Florida at 10.
Whether it's the Gator or it's that stupid cursive writing Florida on the side of the damn helmet, I just do not like it. It looks like it's just like taped on there half the time. Like if you look at their helmets when they're playing on TV, it looks like they just slapped a damn sticker on the side of the damn helmet.
I've got Vanderbilt at number 10. I think the black and gold looks good. I think it's a pretty clean helmet for Vanderbilt. I mean, personally,
We are all over the place on
we
this.
are all over the place. And number 9, who you got?
Ole Miss, and it just simply says Ole Miss. So our color scheme a little bit, but it's just Ole Miss.
I got Texas A&M. I don't hate it. I actually kind of like their helmet.
Yeah, I don't mind their helmet.
I think it looks okay. I mean, it goes. I'm just used to Texas A&M. At least they don't change it all the time, so I'll say that.
Number 9, I've got Mississippi State. They've got cool alternates, but I'm just not a maroon fan. It's hard for me to put a maroon.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I had them in the back.
But they pull it off well, though. I don't know. I think I've still got a little soft spot for anything that Mike Leach has been involved with. Who you got number 8?
I took good old Vandy. I don't mind the star and the V. It's a little different, but it's just Vanderbilt, so I ain't gonna put them any higher than that.
But they got them stupid anchors. What are they, a damn pirate ship? Daggum.
You ain't never seen the ocean in Vanderbilt? They throw that anchor in the Cumberland River.
It's right by Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Vanderbilt. Congratulations. You can say something about
That's his
yourselves.
first top 10 ever.
Lord.
So now
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you're at number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mississippi State. I like it. I like how it looks like a flag waving on the side. I've always appreciated that little detail in it.
We're kind of close right there.
And I mean, that's all I got to say on it. But I don't hate the logo, actually. A lot of these, from here on out,
Pretty good helmet.
pretty good helmets.
Yeah.
So
I've got Texas A&M at 8. I like the ATM look, but it's maroon, so it's. I mean, I like it, but just put them, mid or something for me. Who you got at 7?
At 7, I got Georgia, and it's very similar to what you said. The color scheme makes the G a little bit better and pops. I do like the black G versus something else, but it's just a big G on a helmet.
Agreed.
I got Georgia, too. I mean, it's pretty standard.
Oh, look at us.
It's pretty standard, but, I mean, I like the red. I do like the red helmets, and the face mask being red and all that. And the G looks good. I will say that it looks good.
I've got Florida at number 7. This is where it kind of starts getting hard for me personally, just as far as picking them.
Yep.
I kind of like the helmet with just the F, believe it or not. I know it's Florida, but I just kind of.
I forgot about that one. I don't
do
like
kinda
it either.
like
It looks like it's just thrown on there with a sticker.
Number 6, who you got?
I take Arkansas. It's not a pig; it's a hog. Get it right.
Oh, my bad.
But a razorback
I
is what
say
I call
blue
it.
pig.
Suey. I like mascots and logos on helmets, so hint
Okay.
for some of the rest. But I took Arkansas there.
I got Kentucky. I actually like Kentucky's helmets. I
Do
think
you?
I think they look cool. I like the blue and I like
That
the white.
bird coming out in you.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
they do have Kentucky has good looking helmets. I like the UK actually. I think the basketball court looks good too.
I've got Alabama, and the only reason that they're this high for me is just the iconic tradition. That's the only.
We're talking about how they look.
I know,
it's just
but
a big crimson, nothing.
I don't know. That's I'm not a fan, but just I don't know. When you see it, it's just kind of I don't know. There's a lot of tradition there. Who you got at 5?
I got South Carolina, and it goes right back to Arkansas. I like having the school's mascot, logo, whatever on the helmet, as long as they don't go play that stupid rooster sound again and again and again and again. Cocky on the helmet's fine with me.
Spartans, Missouri.
Missouri at 5.
I love Missouri's helmet. I mean, the tiger, it looks like it's about to attack you or something. I mean, I am the cat daddy. I do have 4 cats, so I am the cat daddy.
The Tiger King 2.0.
Different version.
I'm gonna go South Carolina at 5. They do good job at hiding that ugly maroon
Exactly.
with the black.
It was
Good looking helmet.
It's great going to South Carolina for the women's tournament when they played Alabama, and literally you couldn't tell the 2 shirts apart because they were all crimson. It's like
So many crimson.
so golly.
You both would pick a bunch of cocks, I'll tell you that right now.
Who you got at number 4?
Got Tennessee at 4, and I'm talking about our traditional power tee, white helmet with orange tee.
Spur. He's already trying to lose the duel.
No, because you told us to pick how we rank these helmets by how they look. Of course, Tennessee's going to be number 1 in my book, no matter what. But helmet-wise, we have an orange tee on a white helmet. The good thing about it is our orange is so unique, nobody else is going to take that from us. We're not going to have a crimson helmet or a blue helmet or a red helmet. We have our orange, and it's our orange.
Who you got at 4, Corbin?
The Hogs of Arkansas. I love it. I think it's always looked cool. I've always liked Arkansas's logo. I always liked their helmets. I like Arkansas. I don't have a problem against Arkansas at all.
Arkansas too. I've got Ole Miss at 4. Nice helmets. Nice alternate helmets. But I think, kind of going back to the Kentucky thing, I think it would be cool if they brought back that old man or whatever, the Ole Miss logo. That'd be cool.
What are they, hottie toddies? Land shark?
Know
what do they do over there down Ole Miss?
Land shark, hottie toddy. I don't know. Reckon Lexuses.
They're like a midlife crisis. Don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, Mississippi. That's a wild. We drove through there to go to the LSU game, and I was like, this place is like third world. Okay, so you got number 3.
As much as I hate them, I took Florida Gators at number 3, and I like the Gators across the helmet, the iconic fake orange and blue. I like the cursive writing on it. I think it looks good. It's a good looking helmet.
Auburn
at 3.
I like it. It's simple. I actually love what they do at the top of the helmet with the color scheme going down.
Yeah.
The top from the
Stripes.
top of the head, the stripes, yeah, and then the logo on the side, and plus that white actually looks crisp. It's always like glowing, especially in the nighttime. It's always glowing.
I've got LSU at 3. I do agree that the Tiger is just kind of odd, just small, whatever, but it's sharp. I like the colors. I like the different top colors. You know, like we said, too many reds and maroons and stuff. So yeah, give me LSU at 3.
Well, going with number 2, exactly what you just said about LSU, the purple and the gold with the tiger and the LSU on the helmet. I like it. The tiger itself would be a little bit bigger. I think the helmet will be top quality. But going with number 2 anyway.
I've got Alabama. I love it. Luke said it earlier. I mean, I love the old school factor.
Plain.
It's plain, but it's Alabama is the last school in football to have that old school tradition with uniforms and helmets, and they will not change, no matter how much the fan base begs. They will not change.
What about whenever Lane comes? You think they'll change it then? Or, if they got like a Lane or
I don't think Alabama ever
so?
changed.
Put an elephant on their helmet. I mean,
something. Yeah,
Because
Lane is all about them uniforms and stuff like that.
I'll tell you a funny story real quick here for the podcast. I used to date a chick in high school, and I won't say her name, but I remember one time she was like trying to watch football with me. She's like, "I'm a big Alabama Elephants fan." And I was like, Alabama Elephants.
That was a thing in high school though. It was so good. Everybody was just like wearing Alabama hoodies. And,
Yeah, but she thought their nickname was the
oh, I
Elephants.
know. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody even knows what they really are. It was just the cool thing to do was to pull for Alabama.
Got a really bad ex sports story as well. It's pretty embarrassing. That'll come in later on.
Oh hell, we getting canceled?
No.
Oh, okay.
So who you got number one?
Well, I know who you two have, so the process of elimination, you talk with your heart, because I agree with you. But I like the good old Missouri Tigers as the best looking helmet with a Power Cat on there.
Power
Again,
Power Cat.
Power Cat Tiger.
Damn.
But if Missouri was relevant, the helmet might be intimidating, but they're not relevant. But you told me to pick the helmets by how they looked and tried to be objective and not think with my Tennessee heart. So that's how I done it.
Lord have mercy, son. Lord have mercy.
This isn't the duel yet. I'm still
I
taking
know,
that
I'm gonna
belt.
have to-
It ain't the duel,
I'm gonna
but-
have to like reset after this because of putting Tennessee at 4.
You had Tennessee at 4?
I did.
Lord have
We're
mercy.
just talking about how helmets look.
So me and Corbin agree.
How the hell do you have Tennessee at 4? That helmet is so crisp,
Oh, it's
clean,
beautiful. Yes.
beautiful helmet. Power tee, so smooth. Sparkles in the night. The moon shines on it. You see sparkles coming from that son of a bitch.
The Power T is the most iconic logo in college sports.
Hands
think so.
down.
The orange
You
is
certainly know it's Tennessee because it's that color orange.
the orange is different.
Sure sell it in Texas.
There's the Texas there's plenty of oranges, but there's nothing even comes close to the Tennessee orange color. Pantone 151C is the color, by the way.
Here's the question though: if let's just say that a podcast is going on or a show going on from other SEC schools, what do you think they would rank Tennessee's helmet? Not thinking of a Tennessee heart.
Well, they probably hate us for one, so they're
And
gonna
it
make.
depends on the fan base because if you're Bama right now or something,
Or let's just say a Pac-10 or Pac whatever they're called now.
I think most of them
Pac-12.
like them bright top colors. I would say definitely top 5. I think.
How would a Pac-12 school rank the SEC helmets?
I think pretty good. The Big Ten be the one I think that would not rank as good. But then again, Big Ten helmets, most of them's trash, anyways. I mean, I like Michigan's because it's like an Alabama. It's old school.
Iconic, yeah.
Ohio State's got the weed on their helmet. You got Northwestern. I'll say this: Northwestern. It looks odd, but
Well, my question would be, how would they rank the SEC helmets? Would they put Tennessee in the top 2 or 3, like you all did? Or
Big Ten.
I think so.
Be a good question.
Be a
Let's
good
let's poll the Pac-12 and see if their 12 fans can answer us.
Yeah, we'll have to find us another podcast to kind of go in with.
Well, other than
But call me a homer, but give me that damn Power T, baby. Give me that Power T on that white helmet.
so, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Other than the SEC, and other than you being 1 and me being 1, who would me and you put as number 2, and who would you put as number 1 as your favorite helmets in all of college football?
Ooh, that's tough.
I know my top ones. Mine would be Utah.
You like Utah's?
I like Utah,
Utah looks good.
and I like UTEPs.
You made fun of UTEP for like the first 5 episodes, and like the last 2, he's gave them like brownie points.
Don't laugh at me.
He's pissed off some UTEP fans, and he's trying to help them out.
Don't laugh
No,
at
the
me.
Miners really do have pretty cool looking helmets.
University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Oh yeah, the damn Flaming Dragon.
Yeah, it's the Flaming Dragon.
That
I
was
like
good.
the helmet.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, it's like the Green Dragon. I don't know. I like Michigan's a lot. This is just off. I kind of like West Virginia. I like the colors.
West Virginia, that's a good one.
know-
What about Wyoming? They got that cowboy
That
riding.
cowboy looks pretty good.
Using your all's philosophy of Alabama, why didn't you say Penn State?
Hey, I love Penn State's.
I
I-
had Alabama mid, like right at half, just for tradition.
It's certainly not Notre Dame.
Who's got the worst?
Oh, okay, Alabama.
No, The worst one in college football, probably Mississippi Valley State, and they're FCS.
I do not know that helmet right off. I mean, I just can't picture that helmet.
Mississippi Valley State. They're an FCS college football. Division I of basketball and baseball.
Going back to the best, you got to put Oregon up there because their
Yeah.
colors are classic too. You know Oregon when you see it.
Oregon drives me insane. I don't know. I don't know if they're
I go
gonna,
back and forth. They look like a John Deere convention half the time, but I do like some of their stuff.
they need to be sponsored by John Deere. All them damn trees up there.
Maybe Wisconsin has a bad one, just a big W on a red helmet.
Big W, yeah, it's kind of rough.
You know what? I like Wisconsin's.
Do you?
I like Wisconsin uniform and helmet.
All right. Well, we love our sponsors and can't thank Jacob Payne with Trident Hydro Clean enough for sponsoring this segment. We'll be right back with the Duel. Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815. And we're back. Next, we've got the Duel presented by Premier Excavation, the Spur, and the 6.5. We're gonna have to
The undefeated.
give you a little background on the new nickname, the 6.5. They're gonna battle it out over a few tough questions, and the winner not only gets bragging rights, but they get some Walmart hardware to drag
Ain't
around with
nobody
them.
beating me for this $20 belt right here. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Our belt is on the way.
Taking that
I
all
promise
the way home to Sunbright tonight.
it's on the way. All right, so here we go. Question number 1: who's the most underrated Tennessee football player of all time?
All right, champ, let's hear it.
Casey Clausen.
The Iceman.
Holy shit. Undefeated against Florida. 4-0 against South Carolina. 3-1 versus Alabama. And he come back and beat number 6 Miami 10-6 in the Sugar Bowl.
He's awesome on the road.
It's a pretty good pick.
Hell of a man. Hell of a man. I'm telling you right here.
Pretty good pick. James Littleman Stewart.
Okay.
531 career carries at Tennessee, 2,890 yards, 35 rushing touchdowns, 1,028 yards his senior season for 11 touchdowns. He was a first-round draft pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he went on to go over 5,000 yards with them and 48 touchdowns. And he's a great man on and off of the field.
2,581 yards. We got 2 running backs right now.
2,890.
Whatever it is, it does not matter because we got 2 running backs right now that had 600 yards.
James
last
Littleman
year.
Stewart is still third all-time at Tennessee with rushing yards and number 1 Tennessee all-time for rushing touchdowns.
He won't be for long though.
I
He
love
won't be
both
for
these
long.
picks because James Littleman Stewart really don't get a lot of
That much he
attention.
should, absolutely.
Was he undefeated against Florida?
It does seem to be like
Was
he's
he
the answer.
undefeated against Florida? Was he 3-1 against Bama? 4-0 against South Carolina.
Does seem like he's always the answer to every trivia question, though.
James
James Littleman Stewart.
Yeah.
Will he still be guessed every single time?
All right. Number 2. Will Danny White go down as the best athletic director in Tennessee history?
Hell yes.
He absolutely will, especially when we build this metropolis of a city we're fixing to right near Neyland Stadium. Danny White is going to be the hero of Knoxville. I love him. He's not responsible for Tony Vitello, but by God, he brought us Josh Heupel when nobody thought we were getting Josh Heupel, and can't wait to see what he does next.
He put the damn VOLS
Damn right he did.
back on the damn stadium. By God.
He listens to the fans. He does what the fans wants. Knoxville is the place to be, and I love Danny White. How can you not?
He's got a vision to take this program to the next level, a next level that no college other program has going for them at the moment. They have no plans for it. You know who does have a plan for it? The University of Tennessee.
And Danny White, blank check. Write him whatever he wants.
We're going to have something that nobody else has, and we're going to do something that's special. And then teams are going to follow us and copy us like they do everything else, like the orange overalls, because they want to be hip and cool, just like the University of Tennessee.
They'll start having a Power K or something in Kentucky. Oh, wait.
Fuck Kentucky.
Number 3. Which old Tennessee throwback jersey do you want to see make a comeback?
I'll let Champ go again first on this one. We'll see if we're pretty close, because I know which one I want.
I want the one with the white pants, the white jersey, but has the orange on top of the shoulder pads. That
Condridge, baby.
That thing, that is old school. It was a season opener when they debuted it, by the way. Badass damn uniform.
There's one right here in this Vols Deep Studios,
Black
and that's
outline.
the old school Travis Henry, big numbers, black outline, white jersey, orange numbers, black outline. Love the jersey. Those numbers just popped. They were so intimidating whenever coming at you.
So you're kissing up to the podcast host because he's got his jersey hanging on the
I'll
wall
have you
over
know,
there.
I have it wrote down right here, and just happened to be one on the wall.
I know how it is. If he had that jersey sitting on the wall right now, you would look at that jersey and you'd be like, "That's the one I want right there."
Damn right, it's the one I want. It's right there.
The black outline is awesome. Okay. Imagine imagine the black outline with the dark mode 2021 helmets with the black outline on the white helmet.
Oh yeah, you're cooking right there.
Yeah, it's hot.
Damn.
All right. Would you trade Rick Barnes for Bruce Pearl right now?
In a heartbeat. In an absolute heartbeat, I'd trade Bruce Pearl for Rick Barnes. When Bruce Pearl was at Tennessee, man, we had the Rocky Top Rowdies. Bruce Pearl dressed as Pat Summitt. Bruce Pearl dressed as Pat Summitt in a daggone cheerleader outfit, come down and sing Rocky Top for the Lady Vols. I don't see Rick Barnes ever doing that. It was Thompson Bowling Arena was rocking when when Bruce Pearl was here, and I wish we still had him.
You know, I picked Bruce Pearl as my start earlier in the show. But right now is a different scenario. I started him for a different reason if you go back and listen. Rick Barnes is our damn coach. I'm fully behind him. The fan base is fully behind him. And he's going to win us a damn championship.
Doesn't Bruce Pearl have a national championship at Auburn?
So you're an Auburn fan. You're going to cheer for Auburn over here?
I'm not going to cheer for Auburn over him. But if I had to choose between the two coaches, if we still had Bruce Pearl, man, just imagine where Tennessee would be. I think we would have had at least 1 to 3 national championships in college basketball.
But we don't have
and
Bruce
it's
Pearl.
all because of a daggum barbecue and stupid NCAA not minding their own business.
That may be facts. It may be facts. It is straight facts. But, you know, Rick's the coach right now. And you got to be fully behind the coach right now. Do you? If you're not fully behind the coach,
I never said I wasn't behind him. He just asked about a trade right now. I would absolutely trade.
Well, if
I'd take Bruce Pearl in a heartbeat.
So if you can't say that's a double standard. That's a double standard. If
Bruce Pearl,
I won't trade. I mean, I'll trade him right now, but that doesn't mean I'm behind Rick Barnes.
Bruce Pearl walks into Thompson Bowl Arena and still gets bigger cheers than Rick Barnes.
You're throwing a double standard at me. You're throwing a double damn standard at me. I'm just going to tell you that.
And
right
unfortunately,
now.
it seems like Bruce Pearl always beats Rick Barnes when he's at Thompson Bowl Arena.
No, he doesn't. I was there for a win.
A win. I was there for 2 losses.
Don't you be throwing Tennessee under the bus, Sophie. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I'll tell you this right now.
For the record, I still love regular season Rick.
Oh, so you're going to call him regular season Rick?
This is the
So
duel,
that's how
baby.
it's going to be.
This is the duel. I'm coming after that.
That's how it's going to be. Regular season Rick got all the confidence in the world. Regular season Rick's going to show your ass something this coming season when we whoop everybody's ass and win that damn championship in basketball.
You know,
and if
I
you don't
hope he
have no
does.
damn confidence in him, then get off this damn show.
I hope he does.
This one's going to be so hard. Which Tennessee football player goes first in the 2024 NFL Draft?
You want me to go first?
Sure, go ahead.
I got 3 players.
You get one.
It don't matter. I get 3.
The champ does what he wants.
The champ does what the hell he wants to do around this damn bitch. I got Joe Milton.
It's Joe effing Milton.
Joe Milton is going first round. And you know what? He's not the only one going. Boo McCoy and Deontay Thornton. Because you know what? They got the damn Rocket coming to them.
Joe Milton's going to be your first pick from the Tennessee Vols that goes in the NFL draft this year. Simply because he's got the NFL arm. Man, he is the remake of Cam Newton, only better. He can throw the ball 85 yards easily if he wants to. Every NFL team is going to want him, and he's going to show out this year. And my second pick, since you got 3, Aaron Beasley's going to go in the top 15 picks this season, without a doubt. He could have went last year. He's going to go this year.
You ain't got a third pick? You ain't going to level up with me
The
over
question
there?
was for 1. I gave you 2.
I gave you
You
3.
just try to take
You
3
gave me
because you're
2.
trying to keep this damn belt that I'm fixing to take home with me.
You ain't taking no damn
This
belt.
one is hard.
I am telling you right now, Joe Milton is the fucking man. And that is no shit about it.
I don't disagree with you out there. Joe Milton's going to be your first pick. But Bruce Pearl would have won 2 national championships by now if he'd still be at Tennessee.
What pick does he go in the NFL draft this year?
I look for him to go about number 8.
Number 8.
Mm-hmm.
No. He'll go about number 6.
No, we're not too far off on that.
Because the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to tank with Trevor Lawrence. And when they tank with Trevor Lawrence, they're going to be about the 6th pick. And that's not his prediction. That's a damn spoiler.
You know who's going to tank? That's the damn Tennessee Titans. And Malik Willis isn't the answer. Could you imagine Joe Milton in that new stadium in Nashville?
The Titans ain't taking shit this year.
The Titans are going to tank.
If they can get an offensive line, then they can do whatever the hell they want.
If they can get an offensive line, meaning they don't have one right now.
They don't have an offensive line. What the shit? You talk shit about fucking Ryan Tannehill over here. Ryan Tannehill is one of the best Titans quarterbacks to ever play the
I
damn
love
game.
Ryan Tannehill. I didn't say a word about Ryan Tannehill.
You two always get.
But Malik Willis is garbage.
Ryan Tannehill, I've heard you say something about him before.
You have not. I love
Spank
Ryan
said
Tannehill.
something about him
Spank
before.
might have said, I'm not Spank.
And I'm telling you right
Spank's
now.
a damn Florida
Ryan-
Closet fan, I believe.
Everybody wants shit on Ryan Tannehill, and I'll tell you right now, Ryan Tannehill is the man
I
for
love
the
Ryan
Titans.
Tannehill. I agree 100%.
Derek-
I'm just afraid that this new GM is going to start Malik Willis about week 13 or 14 just to see what we got because we're out of the playoffs, and it's not going to go well.
It ain't
And
going to
then
happen like that.
They're not going to pay Ryan Tannehill again. And, golly, wouldn't it be awesome if Joe Milton gets drafted about 6 or 7 to the Tennessee Titans?
They won't take him anyway. They had
course,
the opportunity
We
with
could have
Hendon
taken
Hooker.
Hooker. We sure could have. God, it still makes me sick.
Can I flip a coin for this, or do I got to pick?
You got it picked.
You got it
Mr.
picked.
Host.
No, this is tough. I think the only thing that I don't agree with, and Spur, you're gonna hate me,
Gosh dang it.
is trading Bruce Pearl for Rick Barnes. I think it's the only thing that
You just can't do it. And he called him regular season Rick.
He did say that.
I will never say that on here.
That was the toughest one I've had to do because the jerseys, I agree both. I love the black, but I like that old Condridge too. The James Stewart, that's so true, but I mean it is true about Casey. I was like down the. That's the only thing I can think of that I didn't agree on. Damn. I'm sorry, Spurs. He's never gonna come back.
I was a regular on this show. Spank, I'm trying for you, brother.
I will tell you this, whether it's Spo or it's the damn Spank, next week, 42-day celebration as champion. We're going to have a little party in this little thing right here. 42 days as champion. We're going to do a little celebration over here.
Spurs so mad.
Drew McIntyre's
That's a
better
big
than Dolph
thank you
Ziggler.
to Premier Excavation for presenting the duel. We'll be right back.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
And we're back. Next, we've got the Jersey Countdown / Keys of the Game. Keys of the Game, we'll do that when football season starts. So we're officially under 100 days until football is back. We're currently at 66. This segment is presented by D&M Fencing. Let's start at number 72 because that's where we started or stopped last time. Actually, y'all go first. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Either one of you.
Not been a whole lot to wear in number 72 I could find. I looked, the very first player to wear 72 was back in 1937 to 39, George Caffigo from Whitby, West Virginia. He played for Robert Nealon as a quarterback, fullback, and halfback in that single wing offense.
I had the same person just because it's very limited. He was also a 2-time All-American, a College Football Hall of Famer. In 1969, he was inducted, and a Heisman Trophy finalist.
That's who I had as well, but I figured that might be the one you all picked, so I'm gonna throw a shout out to number 72, Addison Nichols.
There you go.
Yeah, come on the podcast, redshirt freshman, guard or center, like the number 4 offensive lineman in his class. So, okay, Spur, who do you got at number 71?
I took the 2002 draft pick to the Washington Redskins to tackle Reggie Coleman.
Okay,
I took Dylan Wiseman.
good deal. I took Darius McCord, team captain, 1954, All-American, played tackle on both sides of the ball. Also had a 13 NFL career with the Detroit Lions. Yeah. Who you got number 70?
I took offensive lineman Jawan James. He worked between 2010 and 2013. He also played for Denver Broncos, a first-round draft pick by Miami in 2014, and was on the All-Pro All-Rookie team.
Had the same.
Yep, same here too. All SEC
I gotta go first.
Outland Trophy watch list. Started all 49 games of his college career, and held records for starts in the games he played. First round draft pick, 19th overall, and that starting record kind of transitioned to the NFL because he started in every game he played in the NFL. So number 69.
Yeah, surprisingly, there was not many 69s. It's
very
been
weird.
at Tennessee. It's kind of weird. So
We need a Billy Bob.
we do. They've changed 69 to 96 now. So inflation, the cost of everything else went up. So I took the very first one to ever wear number 69, Alan Chandler. He wore it back in 1942.
Dang Spur. All right, go ahead, Corbin.
Alan Carson. I took him just because he made a quote one time. And I bring a quote out every week. And this week was the hardest time to find a quote because I couldn't find a quote for no number. But he said, and this is not a good one, but he said, I chose the number 69 because it's so close to the number 9, which means you're close to the number 10. And that symbolizes hard work and dedication to be on top. And that was his quote.
I done the same thing as Spur. I went with Alan Chandler. He was the first Tennessee Vol to wear it in 1942. 68.
Former Green Bay Packard offensive lineman Bruce Wilkerson.
Damn it,
also
Spur.
won. We taking the same thing. We've done the same research.
We have.
Well,
Pretty
he
much.
wore 68 from AUT from 83 to 86.
2-time All-SEC Super Bowl champion. He had that block in the Sugar Bowl in 1986.
I bet we done it again on the next one, too.
Drafted in the second round with the Raiders, 12 seasons in the NFL, Super Bowl champion, Bruce Wilkerson. I'm going first this time.
Yeah, guarantee you it's the same one.
Number 67, I went with Ted Daffer. Same?
No, it is
Good.
not. All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe that's what. Maybe that's what they go with.
Defensive lineman, 1950, 1951 national champion, 2-time All-American.
I went with Chad Clifton. Chad Clifton, a second-round pick to the Green Bay Packers and a 2-time Pro Bowler and a Super Bowl champion. He played in 165 NFL games, 160 starts between 2000 and 2011.
I went with Clade Graven. He was the first player to ever wear it.
Number 66, I'm going to go Dane Davis, current player, redshirt senior, 6'7", 325 pounds, from Bluff City, Tennessee. Give a big shout out to him.
I took way back in 1966 to 1968, Rick Marino, who is the third cousin of quarterback Dan Marino. Look it up if you don't believe me.
That's very cool.
Got it off of Richard G. West Twitter.
Corbin?
I took Corey Solins, offensive lineman. Played alongside his brother, Cody. He helped Montoya Hardesty gain 1,345 yards in 2009.
It's a good pick. I was tempted to put him. I was trying to think outside of the box a little bit. But
Dan Marino's third cousin. Played for Tennessee. Rick Marino.
I was really believing you till you said Richard G. West. Big thank you to D&M Fence Company for sponsoring that segment. Next, we're going to play our interview with Tennessee guard Javonte Spraggins.
Going to have a big year this year.
It's going to be a big interview, too.
All right, I'm here with Javonte Spraggins, 6'3", 325 pounds. SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week honors last year versus Florida. SEC Academic Honor Roll. Played in 32 games with 25 starts for the Volunteers. The Zookeeper, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. So tell us kind of what happened with the Zookeeper name to start us off.
It started off kind of beginning of the season last year. We got on a win streak early on, and basically, man, one of the fans texted me on Instagram. They basically said, "Hey, man, we got this large stuffed animal at a opponent's team, and we want to present it to you after the game," type stuff. Just they love the way I played and stuff. They always see me on the sideline giving juice and energy, so they just made that a thing, and it continued throughout the season. So it's just something that I really appreciated, and just was glad to be a part of, actually. So just something that got started over time.
I loved it, man. Of course, obviously it's funny, but I just love seeing you smiling and toting around them stuffed animals, from the other fan bases. So we got to keep that going though. We've got to get a bulldog this year.
Oh yeah, we get one for sure.
Yeah, we got to get a bulldog. So a lot of big games last year. Which one was your favorite? Alabama, Florida, LSU, Clemson.
All of them, bro. I ain't
All of
gonna
them?
say every game I played, I enjoyed it, and I had a great time with my teammates, just going out there and giving my all for them and for what we tried to accomplish in the end.
Yeah, it's hard to top any of them. We went to every one of the ones that we mentioned, and of course Alabama was super special, but even LSU, I mean, just seeing the takeover down there, that was just awesome. Even the LSU fans, they was talking to me and just like bragging on how awesome our fan base was. So yeah, it's hard to point one out. Come in 2020, made an immediate impact. You started against Florida as a true freshman, played in other 8 games, 91 snaps, didn't allow a single sack, didn't even allow a pressure. I know I'm thankful. I know all Tennessee fans are thankful that you stuck with us. So what's the big difference between the culture in 2020 versus kind of how the culture is now under Coach Heupel and his staff?
It kind of just grew over time. I know a lot of guys were in a position where they couldn't play, or they wanted to play at a different place because the opportunities they have here wasn't like foreseeing enough for them to stay and do what they wanted to do. So I didn't really belittle those guys. I actually commend those guys, because really, to be a man and step up and say, "Hey, I need to put myself in a better position, or I need to do more," for them to do that is it's a lot to do, and I respect that. And a lot of guys didn't finish with me, but I'm glad that they got an opportunity to continue to shine at a higher light and at least get an opportunity to go to that next level, like what I'm trying to do here, as far
Right.
as me. But just in general, over time, the culture, man, it has grown and it has become what it's supposed to be. Like we're never gonna say that we're already at the top or whatever as far as we're tend to see how we're supposed to be, because every day we're building, we're trying to grow, and we're trying to be better than the last day. So that's all. It's a growing culture, man. It's going to continue to grow, and with the guys that's coming in, and especially with the guys that's here leading and showing those guys that's coming in, it's going to be a continuing cycle for us, and we're going to continue to keep this ball rolling.
Yeah, there's definitely a like a brotherhood or something that that's kind of or that was missing that like I know Hop kind of got a lot of heat when he come in and y'all was playing like dodgeball and soft baseball and stuff like that, wiffle ball, and I liked it because I was like, man, this is kind of what builds a team. I asked Addison Nichols, so I have to ask you, um, who hits the hardest on the Tennessee defensive line?
Who hits the hardest? I don't think it's a question of who hit the hardest. I think it's a question of who's probably the toughest to manage. And if he as smart as I think he is, he probably would have said a guy like Elijah Simmons or something.
He did say Elijah Simmons, yeah.
Yeah, Big E, man, he a load, bro. I just and that's a guy, man, I really appreciate for real, because I know he every day he coming to work and keep coming to get better. And man, that's one hell of a guy if I'm able to say. But
Oh yeah, you can.
that guy, man, I couldn't say nothing wrong about Elijah Simmons, man. That's one hell of a guy, and I'm just glad I get to get that going there, and at least to hear him every day, man. That's one guy to look out for this year, Elijah Simmons.
Yeah, he's battled some injuries, throughout his career. So I'm hoping he can, be 100% because I'm fired up to see him. I mean, he's a beast, man.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
my brother.
yeah, I would like to. Can you out sing him or anything like that?
I got a little tone in me, but dog, dude got that Luther Vandross, that Anthony Hamilton going on. You feel me?
I've seen a little video, but when I heard him sing the national anthem, I was like, okay, this dude's really like,
Yeah, he got something in the tank for real. Dude is pretty good.
yeah, he's very, very good. So what's Coach Ellerby like?
Oh man, I can't say nothing too wrong about Coach Jellybean. Pretty sure all players had their ups and downs with their coaches, because hey, it's college football. It's kind of one of the most nerve-wracking parts of an athlete's life if you get through this part. And from what I could say, man, he's also one hell of a guy, man. Great coach, awesome human being, and he just expects greatness from the guys that he teaches, because that's all he knows. And man, I appreciate him. I'm glad he coached me, man, and I couldn't have it no other way, dog. Like, I wish I could have 4 years with him, 5 years, but I'm glad I got to have these 3. Hopefully, everything go good so I can get out here and show the next level what he taught me and what I can bring to the table, for the next team.
Yeah, he seems pretty. I got to meet him one time. He seems pretty genuine. Like what you see's, what you're gonna get.
Yeah, pretty genuine for sure. He off the rip, 100. He gonna be 100 with you. So that's what I respect the most. He ain't gonna sit up there and tell you no shit that you wouldn't already like understand.
Right.
I'll tell you the real.
So what are obviously you've got NFL plans. No doubt in my mind that you can make that happen. As far as like aside from foot, NFL, what are your plans after football?
As far as plans after football, man, or while football or whatever's going on, I'm just trying to really finish with a really successful career. I want to have everybody around me being successful and achieving goals that they want to. Don't want to be in a dull area in my life. Basically, just want to take steps every day, no matter what it is. While I'm still young, when I get older, um, really, really when I get the opportunity, and hopefully I do, to blossom in the league, or I just want to really grow my wealth and be able to withstand the test of time or whatnot, and teach my family or really my peers or any other youth that as a kid it that's where it starts, that you can really like become something, and it isn't hard. Just focus on it because time goes by fast. And with me, man, I just want to be able to say I had a great life. So
Yeah, I love that answer. And I really do love that answer. What can Tennessee fans, we're like, I think we're at 69 days now, when we're doing this anyway. So football's right around the corner. What can Tennessee fans expect out of number 76, Javonte Spraggins, this season?
man, just expect a super dominant animal, man, on the field. Like, expect to see number 76 flying through gaps, trying to pin guys through the ground, and really just being the best teammate he could be to win this national championship this year.
I love it. I love it. Everyone that every player I've got to interview so far has mentioned a championship. I love the mindset, brother.
That's what it is. That's an everyday thing. I wake up, I think about trophies, man. I'm trying to win, man. All the work we put in, man, it's really like it's draining to the body, but it's for a reason. We sit up here and do these things for not only just a piece of hardware, but the satisfaction of knowing you worked hard for something.
Yeah, there's
So
something that it gives you, inside that nobody can ever take away from you.
yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Well, I really do appreciate you coming on and spending some time with me.
And I appreciate you for having me, man. I'd do it again if I could.
ZNN Concrete are the professionals you need to call for all of your concrete finishing needs. Driveways, sidewalks, curbs, garage pads, footers, and much more. They can do it all. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give ZNN Concrete a call today, 865-360-6176. Residential or commercial. That's ZNN Concrete, 865-360-6176. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. I'll pick 5 crazy stories, and then Corbin and the Spur are going to guess which state that it happened in from the headline. First, we've got man tries to marry computer. Man tries to marry computer.
Smart man that can't talk back to him.
Siri?
Screw Siri.
She's a bitch.
If you'd have said like sister or brother or something, I could have went with Alabama, but I'm gonna think maybe Silicon Valley in California. So I'm gonna go other.
Oh, damn. He throws the others out there quite a bit. I'm going to have to go with, we have to start off hot. It's got to be Alabama. A bunch of dumb people down there.
Blount County, Alabama.
Boom.
Mark Severs made national headlines, filing several federal lawsuits regarding his desire to marry a computer. He also says he's on a mission to preserve the integrity of the Constitution.
Truth be told, it's probably legal in California.
It probably is. He says the computer has female-like features. It's not an object.
Bless his heart.
I mean, if it's like an Apple computer, like this one, I could kind of understand where he's coming from because they are pretty expensive. But weird people, man. All right.
If it crashes, is he a widow?
Life insurance policy. All right, second story. Woman assaults flight attendants, travelers, and police officers by spraying them with a fire extinguisher.
I'm gonna say Florida.
Atlanta, Georgia, and that's crazy airport.
Atlanta, Georgia. Jennifer Holder dined and dashed at Buffalo Wild Wings inside the airport when she was confronted by airport workers. She said someone already paid for her meal. She then grabs a fire extinguisher and starts spraying airport security and innocent passengers. After multiple workers were sprayed, tons of innocent civilians sprayed, multiple police officers sprayed. They finally got her down on the ground, and she continued to be combative, spitting and kicking at officers. She was charged with obstructing law enforcement, 2 counts of assault, and 3 counts of battery. The video is pretty wild, too, if you ever watch it.
She's just paid for her chicken wings.
She sounds wild and crazy. Sounds like a good time to me.
Think she had more than wings at B-dubs.
Man vandalizes property in attempt to get a security job.
Other.
It sounds like Florida to me.
A Florida man, David Proudfoot, dressed up as a Disney World employee and proceeded to remove several expensive decorative pieces, included R2-D2 replica from its place at the Swan Reserve, a hotel on the property in Orlando. All told, he moved both the statue and an arcade game, among other things, several incidents on Disney property. He applied for a position as a security guard, and he intended to prove his worth by revealing holes in Disney's security system. An actual security guard noticed Proudfoot's suspicious behavior as he pushed a cart away with replica statues. They proceeded to identify him as David Rogers, the Disney employee. Eventually, the security found Proudfoot's ID, and he admitted to taking the $10,000 statue, but claimed he was not going to take the item off the property. He was previously charged with stealing about $15,000 from a Baltimore County school system during his time as an elementary school principal. The incident happened in 2014. He was charged with third-degree grand theft, obstruction, and scheming to defraud charges.
Glad to know Disney's doing their background checks.
Yeah.
Tell him to take Grand Theft Auto a little easy.
Can't believe you didn't get that one right, Corbin.
This one,
Y'all cheating the system over here.
this one might be my favorite. Hot dog stand robber shoots his own dick.
Say that one more time.
Hot dog stand robber shoots his own dick.
So he was robbing weenies and shot his own weenie.
This is awesome.
Going with Coney Island, New York. Other.
I'm going to say this happened over towards middle United States over other.
A robber in Chicago faced the
Wow, that was
ultimate
close.
punishment when he
Got the wrong
shot
city.
his own dick. 19-year-old Terrion Pouncey held up a hot dog stand with a gun in the West Pullman neighborhood on the city's south side. After snatching the cash, he made a break for it, and his gun accidentally discharged in his junk. The unlucky robber was taken to Christ Medical Center. He was arrested. He joins a good class of people, from like 21 Jump Street, that type of stuff.
They take them Chicago dogs in Chicago pretty
They are
serious.
supposed to have good hot dogs, ain't they?
Yes. He'll just transition. It's okay.
All right. Man robs bank with his own birth certificate.
Man robs bank with his own birth certificate.
It's Alabama.
Alabama.
I'm going to go with Florida on this one.
Missouri. Man admitted to a highly unusual bank robbery, one that saw him scribble a demand note on the back of his own birth certificate, all while wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor that confirmed his presence at the scene. Michael Conley Lloyd pleaded guilty before U.S. Chief Judge to one count of bank robbery in connection with the 2021 robbery. Prosecutors said Lloyd entered the Bank of America and approached the teller, and then he passed a note demanding cash. Give your money now. Don't say anything. I have a partner outside. Authorities said the note was written in pink highlighter on the back of Lloyd's birth certificate. Shortly after, Lloyd fled the scene in the black Dodge Ram pickup truck. Police swiftly located Lloyd at a nearby mobile trailer park. He later confessed. Of course. He later confessed to robbing the Bank of America. Investigators learned later Lloyd had been wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor as a part of the state supervised release. The device obviously placed him at the scene, but under questioning following the arrest, Lloyd said he orchestrated the bank robbery to prove a point to his girlfriend. And he also said that he threw the cash out the window, but he was on his way back to the trailer park. But 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
What you do for love?
Where do they find these people?
I guarantee you I can rob that damn bank.
These people recreate. I mean, the score's 3-2. Do I win a belt for this?
I don't have a belt,
No.
man. I don't have a belt.
You don't get no belt. You ain't getting no belt no time soon.
Thank you to our great friend Zach at C&D Tire in Oak Ridge for letting us do this fun segment. We'll be right back to close out the
Bought
show.
my tires from them. Good stuff.
Hey y'all, it's the Vol Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road, they've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes, hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together, we went to school together, we played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455. And we're back. We're going to close out today's segment. Did y'all have fun?
Had a blast.
Yeah, I had fun. I had a great time. I always do.
I know Spanky, he's probably like glad that he didn't come get that butt whoop.
He's still doing paces around the building right now. He's on lap 3.5.
How does Spanky do in these duels?
Spanky?
I'm bringing it, and
He's like you, trash.
Did Spanky won what? Did he win the first one?
Spanky?
Uh-huh.
I let him win the first one, make him feel good about
yeah.
himself. That way I can come back and win every week.
I'm going to challenge Spanky sometime.
We're going to get another mic. Yeah, I had fun. I liked the Jafontes Spraggins interview. That was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good one. Thank you to all the players that comes on this podcast. Thank you to all the sponsors and all the people that tunes in week after week.
Monster coming next week. A real good one.
Not going to give us any hints?
It's former player.
Awesome.
Legend. I'll say that.
Oh,
Underrated player James Lomit Stewart. All right. No, I'm just kidding.
But, all right. Well, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all, God willing, episode 8.
Go Vols.
Hold up.
Oh.
Like, share, subscribe, follow, everything. We need everybody involved in this. Let's keep this train rolling over here.
I agree. All right. Thank y'all.